started recording now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's start to record now. Hi there. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, and I'm very glad to meet with you at the late evening. And yeah, so today we are going to talk about how to enjoy the process of learning different things. Okay, it can be
Yeah.
language, it can be programming, it can be problem solving, or anything. So
Okay.
you live in Germany for the last 2 years. So can you give me a brief introduction of yourself?
Yes, I come from England, but I'm living in Germany. I left England when I was 17 years old, and I've been in Germany ever since. And Germany is a very good place to work, to have fun. You get 6 weeks paid holiday a year, which is good. The social system is good. The health system is good. So it's good to work in Germany, yeah.
Okay. Basically, we are want to talk about how we can learn different things like language. You speak in a couple of languages like German, English, French. Okay. I belong from a village, and here I meet a lot of people every day, and they all want to learn a language, especially English. So today we are going to give some tips to them, okay, especially from you. So I
Yes.
think it will be a very wonderful session for them who are very motivated and want to learn the language. Okay, so
Yeah.
what's the first things, okay, for the beginners, for the moderate user of language, okay? So what's the
Um,
common things we all should, do every day to just improve our English and other language?
well, practice makes perfect. So the more you practice, the better you get, obviously. I live in Europe. I live about 1 hour from Luxembourg, Belgium, Holland, and France. So it's an advantage if you speak 2 or 3 languages here. And it's normal in Europe that you speak 2 or 3 languages because we travel around. There's no borders here. There's no control. We don't need a visa. So it's
Okay,
easy for us.
yeah, I understand, but here in my area, the facilities, we don't have the like the different peoples, foreign people or any other people so who speak in different languages. Okay, in Europe you have a dimensional culture, a lot of peoples from different religion and country, and so you get the privilege for the rich cultural peoples. So in my country, unfortunately, we don't get this kind of facility here. So
Yes, in Europe, there's all different countries and races live in Europe, and there's no racial prejudice or nothing in Europe.
mm, yeah, I got it. The diversification always enrich the society. I believe so. Okay.
Yes.
So for the young learner, especially who are studying at a school or college, uh, what will be your suggestion for them to make themselves efficient for the modern era?
I think you have to be flexible nowadays, especially when you're looking for jobs. You have to be flexible. Um, Also, uh, in your work, when you got a job, you have to be flexible nowadays and help other people.
Yeah,
Respect to others, whether they're old or young, you should respect everybody.
yeah, I understand. You know, to learn different languages, what's the thing I do? I try to read newspaper, English newspaper every day, and for learning German, I just watch YouTube videos, and I also hear some news in German television, okay, Deutsche Welle, and it's
Yeah.
also fun. I mean, who speak in different language. I mean, especially the polyglots who speak more than 5 or 6 language. They suggested that if you want to really learn the couple of language, you must have to enjoy the process of learning a new language. Okay, so
Yes, you have to you have to make the topic interesting. That's why when
yeah,
I teach on the internet, then I always let the other person, the other students who are talking to me, choose a topic to make it interesting for them. Otherwise, if the topic's not interesting, then it does tend to become boring. And if it's boring, then you won't learn a lot. If the topic is interesting, what you talk about, then it's a lot more interesting for you to learn a language.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I understand. Okay, so what do you think? I mean, what's the difficult part? I mean, when anyone wants you to learn a language, what's the difficult part of a language? Do you think?
The, the difficult part is when you talk to somebody else that you're frightened that you say a word wrong or you pronounce a word wrong. The shyness of talking to other people. As soon as you've got got rid of your shyness and you can talk to other people, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake. You see, when I speak French or Dutch or Spanish, the people know I'm not from the country, and so they're not bothered whether I make a mistake or not. Everybody's happy that you can just talk to them.
Mm, okay,
And
that's
so
very good
getting
point you mentioned. Yeah, very crucial. And I also met a lot of people here in my village. They all can understand the English speech, but the difficulties they face, they cannot respond to in English, okay, because of their
yeah,
shyness and lack of confidence, okay.
yeah,
So a
yeah.
very important points you mentioned here. So how they can overcome their shyness and fear?
Just actually, if you talk with children, if you get the chance to talk with children, you forget your shyness very quickly. Um, but the more you practice, the better you get, and you won't get shy anymore. So
Yeah.
try and get into a group of people who want to speak English, a group of beginners,
Okay.
and everybody's shy and everybody starts and nobody's an expert. It's not how much you know, it's what the other person understands is what's important. So it's also important that you lose your accent and speak slowly and clearly.
Okay. Yep. I understand.
I've been teaching somebody from India for about 6 years now, and I still
Hmm.
say to him when he goes and meets somebody else from another country, as is a businessman, then he should take a paper and pencil with him because nobody understands him
Oh.
because he's got a terrible Indian accent.
Mm. Okay.
So
I understand.
it's not how much knowledge you've got, it's how much the other person understands what's important.
Mm. I also met I mean, very educated person here, and we have the traditional process to learn the language. Like we still have the backdated pronunciations. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but in this modern era, we have internet, and we can find a lot of helpful tutorials in YouTube or any other platforms. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we are just spending time in social media or other platform. Okay, and it's not, I mean, giving us the benefit. Okay, so
Uh,
that's the problem. Also, they can speak in English, but sometimes our pronunciation is so difficult to understand for a foreigner. Yeah. So
but if you use like Duolingo, then it does help your pronunciation too.
yeah, yeah, I know about that. Okay, so
Yeah.
Duolingo apps all it's very important for just improve our pronunciations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think? I mean, how much effective to learning to read the newspaper every day?
It's important to read the newspaper every day, but there are a lot of words in the newspaper that you don't use in daily life, obviously.
Mm.
I've got a student from, where's he from? He's from Iran. Yes,
Okay.
from Iran. And he learnt English by reading newspapers. And he uses a lot of complicated words what are used in the newspapers that obviously nobody can understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. So to improve our speaking skill, there have no alternative to practice speaking skill, right? You mentioned that.
Yeah. But as I say, the more you practice, the better you get. Doesn't matter what you do in life.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
you suggest, yeah,
important
go
to
ahead,
practice.
please.
Yeah.
You suggest to watch BBC News
BBC
and
News is very good because they speak very clearly, you see, with the BBC News.
mm,
They
okay.
speak very clear and very good English on the BBC, so it's good to listen to them and try to pronounce the words like they do.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And so, what's the advantage a multilingual or duolingual peoples get in their daily day-to-day life or in their life? I mean, what's the benefits o- the peoples who can speak in different language? They,
Well, if you live in
yeah,
the neighboring country, it's called Luxembourg. If you live there, then you're
mm,
brought up to speak English, German, English, German, French, and Luxembourgish. So you're brought up automatically to speak four languages. And if you speak one or two languages bilingual, then it's a lot easier to learn another language.
I understand.
And if you speak them when you're young, start learning when you're young, then it's not as hard to learn a language when you're young.
Yeah, some people say that they don't have extra time to learning the new language. So, how they can, fix their time and how can they learn? So, who are too much busy in their works.
Well, the thing is, like a lot of people write to me, I'm sorry, I was too busy to write to you. I think everybody has got at least 5 to 10 minutes a day where
Mm,
they can write to somebody and say hello, or or if they really want to learn something, they should take the time, just 10 minutes a day to learn. 10 minutes a day is better than nothing, obviously.
mm, yeah, I
If you
understand.
want
So,
to do something, you have to set a goal and see how you get there. Yeah.
yeah. So you say that there have no shortcut to learn any language. We must have to, spend time, live on that situation, on that environment to learn anything, right?
It takes about 2 years before you can learn a language fluently, um, with a bit of practice every day. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So you also speak in German fluently. What's the initial things you face in German when you started to learn German?
I didn't learn German. I just picked it up. I never went to German classes. So, like a child, they just pick it up. Children don't learn a language in school, they just pick it up by listening to other people. And that's how I learned German. But of course, you obviously have to be in the country itself to be able to just pick it up. If you can move to another country to the language which you want to learn, that's the best way to learn, obviously. But not everybody's got the opportunity to go to an English speaking country to learn English. But on
Mm,
the internet, a lot of chats you can like emo, where you can learn English, speak English with other people from all over the world, which is quite interesting. Or like I do, I teach English on the internet for students who want to learn English.
Okay, so I know that you are also in German army. Okay, so you got the experience to serve for your nation. So what's tip to the young peoples who are just currently studying at the college or university? What's this thing we must have to learn for cope up with the changes of the world?
What's the thing you have to learn? You have to learn to sit down and study for an hour without it being interrupted, without looking at your telephone or the news or in Google or WhatsApp, and concentrate. Concentrate on the language you learn, obviously. But other than
Yeah,
that,
I understand
just
it.
practice, 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 and listen to the news, listen to the radio, watch films. If you want to learn English, I don't recommend you watching American films because English is English and American is American. So if you want to learn a language
Mm,
properly, you should actually learn English. It's better, yeah.
okay, I understand. You are teaching me English for the last 4 years, I think so, and you helped me a lot to just improve my English, I think. Yeah, and so how will you evaluate my language learning process? Do you think it is in I made a I mean made a satisfied progress in language, or should I just put more pressure or more effort for in English language?
Yes, I think we've been talking for about 4 to 5 years, and since we've been talking, your English has
Mm,
improved really a lot. And you're interested in the language. You see, if you're interested in something, you'll learn it a lot quicker than if you have to learn it for
yeah.
somebody. And your English has improved. In fact, I teach other students as well who have also talked with you, and they say Arafati speaks very good English. It's very easy to understand.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your wonderful compliment. And
Yeah,
the
well,
other
you
thing. Yeah.
should give a compliment. If somebody's good at something, you can give them a compliment, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the things I'll just mention here about me, that I'm always very curious and I always want to explore the new things what's it's
Yeah.
going around the world. Okay, so I always interested to know the different things every day. Yeah, that's drive me to just learn the new things every day. Yeah. So
Yes.
uh, how we can just, I mean, enlarge or just grow the curiosity on our minds?
How can we what?
How can we grow the curiosity or interest on our mind to learn the new things?
To learn new things.
Yeah.
Um, I think normally everybody in life likes to get to know new things, and with the possibilities of today with the internet, it's a lot easier to learn new things,
Mm.
and it's interesting to learn new things.
You know, young people are spending too much time on social media, just browsing, watching videos. Okay, it's a waste of time, I think. So, what's the tips you'll give them to just spending too much time on this very, I mean, unuseful media?
Internet is very good if it's used properly. If you use it how it's supposed to be used to get information, to help you learn, then it's okay. But if you're going to get addicted to it and
Mm,
just use it for playing games and things like that, I don't think that's correct. No.
mm, yeah, you know, I don't have the bad habit like that to watch too much
Yeah.
videos or to edit in the games or other things in. in online.
Yeah,
Okay, so but I'm trying to
yeah,
utilize my time by learning something from online. Okay, and yeah, that's the thing I just do in online. Yeah, so
yeah. You
yeah.
you have to restrict yourself to so many hours a day about using the internet for playing around or watching movies or just for fun. But you can use the internet to learn a lot, get a lot of information on the internet. Yeah. So it's a good thing as long as it doesn't get into a bad habit.
What do you think? I mean, in this modern era, technology is becoming the part of our life. So how, I mean, the young people also can learn different skills, especially the programming, problem solving, and in these worlds, and we can see in future that artificial intelligence, like IoT, Internet of Things, will just, I mean, lead the worlds. So how the young people can just explore them in this, I mean, modern skill.
Yeah, as I said, you can use the internet to learn a lot if you use it properly. And when I go somewhere and I'm with youngsters, they say to me, "Well, look on Google." I said, "Well, you can look at yourself on Google. The internet is not just for playing or watching movies; it's for getting information too." Yeah. So if you use
Okay,
the internet
just a
properly,
second.
it can be a great value for you.
Yep, I know. So how do you spend your time? I mean, what's that stuff you do all day in your whole day?
Well, I teach every day. I teach from 5 o'clock in the evenings till about 11 o'clock in the evenings. I'm teaching refugees to learn German, um, to learn English, driving school. So I'm always busy, always
Okay.
busy
Yep,
every
a lot
day
of stuff you do.
teaching. Yeah,
How I just pass my whole day. I wake up early in the morning, then I try to read newspaper, and then go back to the my computer store and teach computer student. Okay, and I also
yeah,
speak with them about different things. Okay, about the what's going on around the world, and what's the things they should learn, and what kind of books they should read. About a lot of things I try
yeah,
to discuss with them, and I always inspire them to be very uh, what can I say, to read books and to spend time uh, in online, speaking in English or other language. Yeah, that's the things I
yeah,
do in my whole day. I also sometimes
yeah. You have,
uh, take class in online, and okay, yeah, that's my whole
yeah,
day routine.
you have to have discipline in life. If you've got no discipline,
Yeah,
then your life will go astray. So you have to have some sort of discipline, especially when you want to learn something.
yeah, right. So, I mean, what time usually you get up from the bed?
In winter, because it's cold here, it's down to -6 degrees here, and it's dark until about 8:30 in the mornings. So I normally have breakfast about 9 o'clock at the moment in winter, because why should I get up and waste electricity and sit in the cold? So I get up and put the heaters on, so it's nice and warm, and then I go to bed for an hour. And when I get up, the house is warm. So I get up about 8:30 in the mornings in winter. In summer, I get up earlier.
Okay, I understand. Okay, let's just talk about myself. Okay, I have a plan for study, especially in Germany. Yeah. you
Yeah.
know, for study in Germany, I have to get a good band score in IELTS exam. So I'm now preparing for my IELTS. Okay. So what do you think? I mean, who are just now preparing for their IELTS exam and who want to study in abroad? What will be your suggestion for them?
Germany is a good place to study. It doesn't cost you anything to study. The biggest problem in Germany is your board and lodgings, where you live and how much you have to pay. You need about 1,000 euros a month to stay here because you'll be paying. If you live in a university city, you'll be paying about 500 to 600 euros a month just for your room.
Okay.
So it's
Mm.
the cost of living in Germany actually that's very expensive.
Okay. So will I be able to uh,
Food is
involved in a
expensive as well.
part-time work beside my study?
You can actually get a part-time job, yeah, when you're studying, yeah, which you would have to unless you've
Okay.
got rich parents.
Okay. I understand.
But other than that, it's really a good place to study in Germany, yeah.
But there have too much cold. I mean, temperature there. It's sometimes get
Yeah,
down to below
it gets,
uh to
in
10
winter it
degrees.
goes down.
Yeah.
In winter it goes down to minus 15 sometimes, which is well, a little bit cold. That's why I used to
It's
go to
bad.
Spain but at the moment I can't go to Spain because
Mm,
uh, because of COVID. We can't leave the country at the moment.
mm, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I also started to learn German. Okay. And I know a couple of
Yes.
seconds. And I also learned German alphabet. So, what will be your suggestion for me? I mean, I'm just a beginner in German language, so and I'm just can pronounce some German words, some sentences. It's not correct though,
Yeah.
but I'm still trying. So, how
German-
I can enjoy the process of learning these things, and how I can, if I mean, make my learning effective and can make it faster.
Yeah. German is very difficult to learn, actually. It's one of the most um, difficult languages to learn. Um, it's good if you've got a German native speaker to learn with, obviously. That's really good. But other than that, of course, you
Right.
can use Duolingo or other learning programs.
Mm, yeah. So
Yeah.
uh, now the end of our session. So we can summarize
Ah,
of our today, yeah,
okay.
sessions. Okay,
Well,
so we talk about
the summary
in the
would be
language.
if you, yeah, the summary
Go ahead,
would
please.
be
I'm
if
I'm
you want to
listening.
learn a language, show a lot of interest. Practice makes perfect, so practice as often as you can.
Mhm.
And what else? Yeah, and listen to the BBC News and read books. Reading books, you get a lot of new words if you read books.
Okay. Mm, yeah. So it's around 11 past 12. Yeah, here in my country. Okay, and
Yeah,
it was a very wonderful meeting with you, and you give me a lot of tips to me, and I will also upload this session in my Facebook profile. Okay, and it was my past sessions to record the call, and I was a little bit shy and nervous because I never tried this one. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
and in future we will host this kind of meeting. Okay,
Yeah, we can do it quite
I
often if you want.
yeah. And
Yeah,
yeah, and in next sessions, I think we'll talk about other things, not only
yeah,
language as
yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, any skill that is required to cope up with the changes of the world. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes. Why
yeah,
not?
I always
Well,
wish you
thank you
all the
for your
best.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for your
yeah,
time. Stay healthy,
yeah, and
and
I'm also
I
giving
wish
a
all your pupils, I wish all your pupils a healthy life, and they should learn hard to and show interest to learn English. And if I can help them
okay,
in any way, tell them to contact me.
okay, yeah. I'll put down your WhatsApp or any other things. Should I?
Yeah,
Will you give me the permission to
add
just
my
put
WhatsApp.
down your?
Yes, you can add my WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So at the end of the sessions, just again giving a big thanks for having with me today,
Yes,
and
thank you.
you,
Thank you for your
yeah,
time. Thank you for the
yeah,
invitation,
yeah, yeah, and you
and
were
looking
most
forward
welcome.
to going through.
Yeah. So I'm also looking forward to talk with you very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
And Almighty bless you. And yeah. And I'm inviting you to come here in my country.
Yes. Yeah, that would be great. Wait and see.
Yeah. Probably I'll be there in Germany within a
Yes,
short
I
time.
think so. I think you'll make it here before I make it there. Yeah. But wait and see.
Okay.
We don't know what's around the corner. Inshallah, everything will be okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. So bye for now, my dear fans. And we'll talk
Bye.
very soon.
Yes.
Okay. Good night,
Good
my
night.
dear.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.